A hammer dance video. That's right, Hammer Dance made another video. He made one yesterday, and here we have another one. This one, this is a major problem. The Burning Crusade. I'm wondering what the problem is going to be, by the way, but the title is insane. Rage bait level extreme. TBC Classic will be destroyed if this doesn't get fixed. I'm just gonna like preemptively leave a like on the video before watching it. I already know it's gonna be good, but hey, let's check it out together, shall we?
Boy, oh boy, do we have something to talk about today. You guys know I love bringing everything that's an issue to light, right? Because I feel like if nobody talks about these things, then we have some major issues. And what we have right now is what I would consider a major issue, right? As you guys know, tomorrow, October 2nd, Naxxramas.
Can somebody count how many times he said many issues so far in the video? And also at the end of the video? Because I'm interested. I think he said it 4 times so far.
Will launch. That's good, right? Everyone loves that. Naxxramas is arguably one of the better raids in Vanilla WoW. We all can say that. It's not insanely hard, but it definitely poses a little bit of a challenge, and that means that you need to be coming fully world buffed, no problem. And a lot of guilds and raids are requiring you to come fully consumed. Now this, I can't even talk about this without laughing. We talked about this on stream last night. And this is where we start to have some major issues, okay? And I understand that this video is going to be a little bit controversial, but that's what I'm here for, right? I'm basically the guy who talks about everything that nobody wants to say, and I hear both sides. I have opinions from both sides most of the time. This side, this is completely one-sided, I'll be honest with you. So, you know, let's put this into perspective for you. You're in your guild, you're not a sweaty guild, you're in a casual to semi-hardcore environment. Usually, you know, you need to be fully consumed and fully world buffed, especially when, you know, first week of Nax, a lot of progging. You're going to probably have 2 raid nights. It's a long raid. And it's not a walk in the park until people start getting a bunch of gear. Okay. Now, if you need to be fully consumed for Nax, you know, and we could even talk about not using mongooses and just using like elixir of giants and, you know, agility pots. Even if you're not full consuming, you are looking at a bare minimum of almost 1,000 gold for a not full consumed run. Not Dragon's Breath Chili, none of that. Just bare minimum consumes for Nax. 1,000 gold, at least on Night Slayer, for 1 run of Nax. And that's leaving yourself enough room for maybe a few wipes to fully, you know, rebuff again and fully reconsume. Now, if you're in a more sweaty guild that requires you to be fully consumed with Dragon's Breath Chili, all that, let me show you guys a screenshot. Let me show you. Okay. This is from my Discord. Rich was kind enough to post this picture of his bags. Fully Nax ready with all consumes. As you can see, sappers here. We have dynamite. We have all the elixirs, lips, faps, greater frost protection, greater shadow protection, shadow oil, thistle tea, dragon's breath chili, the whole 9 yards. We're not going to go through every single consume here. You guys, anyone who knows WoW knows what all these consumables are, right? Fire, water, gift of Arthas, all of this stuff. Okay. This, he said, is between 1,500 to 2,000 gold worth of consumes.
Yep.
It is, in my opinion, I guess in the simplest terms, absolutely disgusting that this is how much it costs to raid Naxxramas. Now, you're also paying for your Nax attunement, right? Depending on your Argent Dawn rep. Could be cheap, could be a little steep for some people. You're paying for the attunement. Now, when you get tier 3, don't forget, it costs money to get your tier 3 as well. So, the point of this is I wanted to have a little bit of a discussion today. And I wanted to say one thing that's going to piss off a lot of you.
Oh, no.
And that is that I'm so glad that we banned.
I was gonna say he's gonna say it. He's gonna bring up GDKPs. Not a single Hammer Dance video without bringing up GDKPs, man. I swear. That is great.
GDKPs and raiding Naxxramas costs you at a minimum 1,000 gold per run. But thank the Lord that we banned GDKPs. Bravo.
Thank you.
I'm so happy about that. I really am. Because this brings to light something that I think really helps my case. You guys know that I'm a very big advocate for GDKPs. And it's for this exact reason. Nobody is going to sit here and tell me that the majority of people raiding Nax are not buying gold. Whereas, in a world in which GDKPs were allowed, there would be a lot of people who aren't buying gold to raid Nax, and they raid on 3 or 4 characters per week to supply their main with consumables to raid, if GDKPs were in the game. Now, without GDKPs in the game, this really shows how much gold buying and RMT really is in the game, even without GDKPs. Even without you guys in the comments saying, GDKPs are the reason people buy so much gold. Right out the ass. Because to be completely honest, there is nobody going to sit here and tell me that 90% of the people that step foot into Naxxramas aren't buying gold. Now, I know there are some. There are some people who can play 10 plus hours a day, farm copious amounts of gold, the ultra sweats, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, saying those people don't exist. I know that they do. But the vast majority of people buying full consumes for Naxxramas are buying gold, and GDKPs aren't in the game. So can we cut the bullshit at this point and say maybe that's not really the problem? Maybe if GDKPs were in the game, people would actually be buying less gold because they could run GDKPs to farm gold. And you could say, well, the people who are in the GDKPs bought gold, whatever. Who gives a shit? They already bought the gold. It's already in the economy. It's already in the game. Your consumables are 2,000 gold for one single raid. That is not accessible for the normal player. That's not accessible. The whole reason for banning GDKPs, aside from the economy, right, that we got from the devs, and we know this, was that it hurts the social aspect of guilds in the game. Okay. So does it not hurt the social aspect of guilds in the game when, you know, you want to cater to the people who play 2, 3, 4 hours a week? Are those people going to be able to raid Naxxramas? Are guilds going to take them if they're not fully consumed? Because those people that play that small amount of time per week are not farming consumes. They're probably buying gold to get into those guild runs. And as we've seen, a lot of people have actually been banned for buying gold recently. So we could see that there's a massive uptick in how many people are buying gold to raid. Whereas if GDKPs were in the game, sure, you still have people buying gold, but guess what? Those dads can put their alt in 2 or 3 GDKP runs a week, have fun, do the content, make a profit, and then that supplies their consumables for their main raid with their guild. This is a clear-cut example, and my perfect excuse that I've been saying this whole time of why I've been against the GDKP ban, because it throws the entire economy off balance. It doesn't stop RMT. RMT is probably the worst it's ever been in any version of WoW, and GDKP's been banned since day one. So all of you GDKP haters out there, your point, I'm sorry, is invalid and makes no sense. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, it makes no fucking sense. 2,000 gold for consumables to raid Nax and GDKPs aren't in the game. Tell me everyone's farming that. Dude, tell me all the casual players and even the semi-hardcore players are farming that. They are not. They are buying gold, and I can't even blame them. That is what it is. That's what's happening, and it's ridiculous. And I know I'm going to get a ton of comments down below, and I want them. You know what? I listen to both sides all the time. I always give you my honest opinion, but I felt like this was something that needed to be talked about because we kind of stopped talking about this since we're towards the end of anniversary. But you know what? The reason why I'm bringing this up, because this same thing is going to happen in TBC. You watch. Unless we get GDKPs back in the damn game and give people who don't buy gold a fighting chance to earn some of the dirty money or whatever you want to call it, it's the same problem all over again.
Dude, Hammer Dance was just waiting for this video topic. This is so good. I just know that he was gonna say something along this line when it has to do with GDKPs, dude. I think it's so great. He's not wrong, by the way. He's not, but I like, neither sides are wrong here, really, because yes, GDKPs does usually lead to more gold buying, or at least a certain type of people buying more gold, but it also leads to a certain type of people buying less gold, because what GDKPs usually end up with is like some people buy a little bit of gold to start doing GDKPs, and then when they have gotten the items they need to start making gold from GDKPs, that gold can now be spent on consumes instead. But then you have somebody new in the ecosystem coming in and buying gold for gear in GDKPs, and the cycle just continues itself. So like, reinstituting GDKPs or unbanning them will not make this like problem of gold buying any less, by the way. It's just people now go buy gold for different reasons, and the only thing Blizzard can do really to stop gold buying is start handing out permanent bans. And I've seen this like very retarded comment about that. Oh, so Blizzard is just gonna ban 80% of their player base. But no, they are going to tell you that from now, if you buy gold, you will get permanently banned, or a 6-month ban. They're not going to do it retroactively, but they tell you from now, and they make it like a warning somewhere, which means a lot less people simply stop buying gold if they get a warning like that. If you see a warning telling you, if you ever buy gold and we catch you, that's a 6-month ban or a permanent ban, whichever one they end up going with, because right now everybody knows it's a 2-week ban. You need a more strict enforcement on the rule than a 2-week ban, otherwise people just keep buying gold, and I can't blame them. I would have done the same myself if I wasn't already rich in game. Like, I have too much gold in game. I would never buy gold, just because I have too much of it. But if I didn't have gold, of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I value my time. I'm a fucking adult.
I get people stopping in my stream all night, every night, saying, oh, I wish I could play WoW, but I won't play that shit. The economy's fucked. The economy's screwed. You know what fixes the economy? Giving a little bit of balance. Put GDKPs back in the game. Give the people who can only play 4 to 6 hours a week a fighting chance, because people are buying gold regardless. So you're not stopping buying gold. So anyone in the comments talking about, we gotta stop the bots and RMT and this, bro, dude, relax. It's never happening. It's never going to happen. The only way to play this game is to make it fair for everyone and give the people who can only play a few hours a week a fighting chance. Let them join a GDKP and get a nice 2,000 gold payout, and that pays for their mains raid consumables for the week. I don't see anything wrong with it. I know you guys are going to hate on it in the comments, and I want that. It's fine. I want to hear everything that you guys have to say. Drop it all below. And if you want to actually talk to me live, come to my stream, kick.com/hammerdance. We stream Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So come stop over there. We're going to be raiding tonight, actually. And that should be a good time. But I just wanted to get this out. I thought it was really...
Apparently he's stopping the video in the middle of the sentence there, and I'm stopping it 1 second before he stops it as well, just because this right here was the absolute best facial expression to stop it at. Like, that right there, all the way up there. This is peak. This right here, like, if you don't know what peak gaming looks like, that right there is peak gaming, okay? That right there is absolute peak gaming. But, I mean, once again, he's not wrong, but I feel like the gold buying will always be a problem anyway, and it will never be fair for everyone. Like, you can't make it fair for everyone, because not everyone has the economy in real life to spend that on the game either. And I feel like a lot of people go to games like WoW to kind of escape this whole problem of maybe not making the same money in real life as some other people. It's a place where what you do in real life doesn't matter. But right now, it matters anyway, and once again, I'm going to echo what I just said. Blizzard needs to, like, actually cut down on gold buying. They need to give people longer bans for buying gold. But once again, not retroactively, but give people a big-ass warning somewhere, being like, yo, bro, if you ever buy gold, it's a permanent ban. Or, they can keep it as a 2-week ban right now, but if you get a 2-week ban, you get flagged in Blizzard's systems, and the next time you get banned, you get a permanent ban, and they tell you this. They are upfront, and they tell you. So, like, the first one is a freebie. So you can buy gold, get a 2-week ban, and if you ever buy gold again and get caught for it, your account is literally gone. forever. You never get it back. That wouldn't even be hard for Blizzard to enforce either. They could automate that. And we all know that they love automating. They hate having actual customer support, they love automating, and that right there can be automated. Either way, good video.